Okay, demise factor here, and the number one thing we'll start talking about is Jalen Brown. And I don't mind what's happening in the NBA since the New York Knicks have won the championship. Bing. But I do have a problem with how this rotisserie of players are moving around that don't really challenge these teams that are dominant in the NBA. Let me look at what's happening in the East. Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Toronto, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Orlando, Charlotte. 4 teams will be pretty dominant. Detroit Pistons, Boston Celtics, question mark. New York Knicks, Cleveland, question mark. Toronto can bump up. Atlanta will have a better season. Philadelphia, depending on Embiid. Charlotte will sink. Miami will move up a little bit. The Bucks will sink. Chicago, Brooklyn, Indiana, Washington. Washington might move up a little bit, depending on Anthony Davis. When we look at what's happening in the West, Oklahoma City they don't have to change much. San Antonio will get stronger through experience with their players. Hopefully they keep their nucleus. Los Angeles Lakers will not do as well. Houston, there's a question mark. Minnesota, there's a question mark. Portland is just a hot mess, okay? And I know they got Ja, but I just don't see I don't see him improving this team because he can't improve the Memphis Grizzlies. So him going to Portland, I just don't see it happening. Now, here's the thing. Why I put question marks on some of these teams is how this league is changing. Wherever LeBron James goes is not going to make a huge difference unless he goes to Miami. I can't see him going to Miami. I can't see him going back to Miami. That's my personal opinion. Kawhi has gone to Toronto. It's interesting, but at the same time, these are older players. It's almost impossible for him to play a full season. If he can stay healthy for the playoffs, we'll see. But I don't see them winning a championship. There are players still moving around, and Antonio Davis is one of them. And again, even if he went back to LA, wouldn't really do much. If he went to what they're talking about is Golden State. If these two main players go to Golden State, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, it's these guys just I don't see it happening. Okay, so what I'm trying to get to is there's just one player that will change the whole landscape of the NBA, and it's Jalen Brown. Now, listen very carefully. If Jalen Brown goes to, let's say, in the East, obviously Philadelphia, if they can keep their nucleus. I don't see him going to Atlanta. I don't see him going to Orlando. And don't go to Charlotte. Okay? That's it. There's only really one team in the East that he can go to would be Philadelphia. Any other team, but here's the thing. It's the West where he can really affect championship players. I'm going to name one team. If he goes to that one team, it's an automatic championship. And that's the Denver Nuggets. If he goes to the Denver Nuggets, it's over. They will win back-to-back championships. Guaranteed. Okay. Houston. If he goes to Houston, they keep Kevin Durant and some other players. There's a potential of them winning a championship where Durant cannot have an excuse. Can't go to Minnesota. Can't go to Portland. Do not send him to LA Clippers. There's just that one team. And there's Golden State. If he goes to Golden State. There's two teams that will change the landscape. Definitely Denver, and definitely goes to Golden State. That's the scariest part of the Jalen Brown experiment. There's no other teams that he can actually affect how the landscape of the NBA is going to be. That's how good he is. He can't go to any other team. He can stay with Boston, right? That would be the best bet. But there's no other team out there for him where his personality can be under the radar. His personality can be under the radar in Denver. His personality can be under the radar with Houston. I just, and imagine, no, it's also possible. I'm not saying it'll happen. This is like a long shot. This is the Hail Mary of Hail Marys, San Antonio. Oh, my goodness. Imagine they gave up some of their young players for him, like Harper. Imagine if they gave some of their young players away to get him. That would be another veteran player. That would be a dream. That would shut things down and stamp San Antonio as the world champions.